Now today I'm going to be analyzing before and after pictures to show how significant this Constitution was. Bear in mind, this is not the before and after pictures that haunts you and essentially just bugs you about your weight. This is about the Constitution and how it affected us as citizens and how it led us to work as and to prosper as American citizens. And in order to do that, we have to briefly describe and briefly know about this document called the Constitution and how it affects us. Now, before the Constitution, which I drew in dark, gloomy colors, I had the state, which is the most weight. The state had the most, because remember, there was state sovereignty, meaning that the state had ultimate power under the Articles of Confederation. Then went the federal government, and least was the citizen right here. Least. However, with the Constitution, let me switch to another color. With this idea of the Constitution, we had an equal balance between these three people, which was the federal government, state, and ultimately the citizen. These people had balances. Now, as we remember, before this idea of the Constitution and state sovereignty was in place, we had states that ultimately were unorganized, dysfunctioned, and the federal government required money from these states, and it wasn't official. The states just handed out money, and after time, these states handed out less and less of this money, and so this led to a national crisis, particularly in the economy. This Constitution, primarily made by James Madison, was the key to fixing this plan. It's a lock that needed the key, and the Constitution was this key. Key in the lock analogy. Sorry about my handwriting, not very legible, writing with a mouse. But yeah, that's all you really need to know is this balance of powers created under the Constitution. And for this organization of powers, we have the Constitution to thank. And yes, I know that thanks to Chief Justice John Marshall and to other crucial rulings in the future, it's going to be just a tad more on the federal government side, but don't let that scare you. This is the important thing to know. Think of the weight when you're asked to memorize this, or you need to know it for a particular situation.